Hi everyone. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think between Pesach and Shavuot we mourn? We mourn for 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva who passed away. And the Gemara says they passed away because they did not show respect to one another. But the question is, how is this possible? Isn't it true that Rabbi Akiva was the great teacher, the great rabbi, who said that the basic principle of Torah, the base of Torah is V'ahavta l'recha kamocha, and you will love thy neighbor as yourself. And if you're going to love your neighbor as yourself, that means you respect your neighbor. It means you'll love each other, correct? But that's the point. You see, the 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva passed away because they loved each other so much. What does that mean? You see, when you love someone so much sometimes, you may forget to respect them. Question: how many times in the whole Torah it says, love your parents? Not once. It says in the Torah, honor thy father and thy mother, but it doesn't say to love your parents. Another question: how many times in the Torah does it say to go out and respect your neighbor? Not once. It says, V'ahavta l'recha kamocha, and you will love your neighbor as thyself. So the question is, why did Hashem make such a situation? So there's a dictum within halacha, within Jewish philosophy, or the way Torah is written up, that there's no such thing as a wasted parchment, as a wasted cloth. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, does not waste his writings on something that is natural, something that is given. It is natural that a family will love each other, but it's not natural they respect each other. It is natural that persons, neighbors, will respect each other, but not love each other. So Hashem does the opposite. Meaning what? When it comes to your family, show them respect. And when it comes to your friends and neighbors, show them love. Case in point, man and woman walking down the street, just going on a date. She slips. He says to her, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me pick you up. Are you fine?" 10 years later, after being married, again walking down the same street, she slips again. He says to her, "Oh, don't stop embarrassing me. What happened?" All of a sudden, 10 years later, he's so used to her being there that he takes it for granted, doesn't respect her the same way. He's not frightened that she will leave him. Same thing over here when it comes to parents and children, husbands and wives, good friends. They are always there for each other. So we take them for granted. We say, "Oh, why do I have to show respect for them? They're there. They're my best buddy. And because I love them so much and they love me so much, I don't have to go and be formal with them." And when it comes to your neighbor, what happens then? Because they're your neighbor, you won't say a thing to them. You won't raise your voice because you're afraid they may not like you. They may hit you. They may say gossip about you. So again, what does Hashem do? When it comes to family and friends, Hashem says the following: I know you love each other, but show respect to one another. And when it comes to your neighbor, I know you respect him, but do you love them? In other words, do you care that he may be single, he may be divorced, he may be a widower or widow, or she may be a widow, or that they don't have food, or they don't have someone to invite them over for Shabbos, for Shabbat, or Yom Tov, or maybe they just need a phone call, or just having a drink together. You see, we always have to combine both things, respect and love, love and respect. And especially when it comes to family, husbands and wives, brothers and sisters, parents and children. Because love is there, yes. Like Rabbi Akiva's students had love for each other. But because they had so much love, they didn't realize they also have to have respect too. Meaning what? Sometimes you have to realize you have to be both loving and respectful, and goes hand in hand. You can't just say, because I love you, I don't have to respect you. It's the opposite. If you really love someone, you show them respect, and also treat them formally sometimes, the way you treat your neighbor. And this will always bring back the mindset that, guess what? Not only do I have a husband or a wife or a friend or a parent or a child that I love, but I also respect, and that respect will increase more of a bonding. And that's what Hashem wants, that we bond as a family, especially this time between Pesach and Shavuot, especially as next week we're coming to Matan Torah, when we have to come together as a people. It's only through unity of love and respect within the Jewish neshama, soul, and the Jewish mind and the Jewish spirit, that we as a Jewish body will become one. Shabbat Shalom.